Welcome to Real Dead.
Hey everyone, this is Mike.
And this is Josh.
And we are Real Dead. So much better than Must Sleep Before You Die.
Yeah, Real Dead just sounds good, don't it, Mike?
Just sounds real good.
Yeah, you're right, man. Hey, look, I got
Hey, is that the new Real Dead shirt?
Woodsboro, welcome to Woodsboro. Maybe you'll make it to the sequel. That's the shirt I got.
Maybe.
Right. And
Hey,
Scream,
so this is going to be a lot of fun tonight, right, Josh?
Yeah, we're going to go over a list, and Scream might have not even made it on this list. We don't even know. So
we're going to go over this list is the top 101 movies from Rolling Stone. It came out at Halloween last year, 2022, but we just started seeing it on Facebook. So Josh grabbed it and said, "Hey, Mike, let's take a look at this." So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to share their website. It's off Rolling Stone's website. Give them all the credit for this list. And they may get some of the critical claims on this too. But this is their top 25. And we're going to go through it and say, hey, have we seen it before? Do we agree with it? We're going to try to go through that top 25 a little bit quick, because then we want to call out some that were in the top 101 that we think either didn't make the top 101 or we thought was like ranked really low and should have been higher. Right, Josh?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, let's jump straight into it. And I'm going to share my screen. And, in the comments of this video, have you seen some of these or have you not? This, I will say, Josh and I both agree, this is a good basis for a list to go back and possibly check some movies out.
Definitely.
That we haven't seen before.
Definitely. And there's a lot of older stuff on here, because when they say horror, they mean since movies have been made, horror movies. They're not just saying horror since like the slasher era or whatever.
Right. It's not just the last 80s.
Yeah, they're going back to like the freaking like 30s, dude, and
20s and 30s, yep.
Yeah.
All right. Boom. All right. So again, this advertisement on the right, I can't help that, but we're sharing their website here. So number 25 is a Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Okay. What year is that, Mike?
1920. See, right off the bat, wow. 1920.
Yeah, I've never seen this, Mike, so I guess we can just move on from this one.
Yeah, 1920. Never seen that one. Number 24 is Peeping Tom, which I've heard about this movie, but I've never seen this movie.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen it either. I say we move on because I have nothing to say about it.
One thing about this was like a Alfred Hitchcock and the Psycho inspired this movie, if I'm not mistaken, Psycho. So
okay.
Peeping Tom. Number 23. The Thing. Okay.
This has got to be about right, Mike. I think this definitely
is about right.
I think it's a top 25 movie. I mean, and it's funny thing about this movie is when it came out, it was a bomb. It stunk in the theater. But since then, it's really acclaimed now, and people really enjoy it a lot. And I do too. My wife watched it for the first time when we did a review on it, and she just told me the other day, that's one of the best movies I've ever seen. That's what she told me.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, it's a great movie. We've done that one, so go back and see that review.
Yeah.
Number 22 is Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, this is a classic. I mean, this is George Romero, and this is a classic that started the zombie, genre. So
some people may even have that one in their top 10. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but Night of the Living Dead, number 22, solid movie, 1968.
Yeah.
So now we get into Alien. Alien's got a really high score on Rotten Tomatoes, 1979, number 21.
We covered this movie as well, Mike.
Yep.
And I did rank this, I think, pretty good. It is very good, and it does have, unlike the later sequels, it is purely horror. I mean, it's a horror movie. I mean, it's basically like a slasher. There's aliens going around, eliminate these people one by one. I mean, it's good. I think it's a good movie, and I think it might be a little high here, but it definitely deserves to be on this list.
I do too. I think it's a good movie. So here's 1931 Dracula, and I love the old horror movies, but I have not seen this in probably 30 years. I hate to say that. I need to go back and watch this with my son. Number 20, Dracula.
Yeah, I love the classic Universal monsters. I have a soft place in my heart for them. And yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for this, probably movies later on wouldn't have been possible. So this probably, this was building blocks in horror. So I say, yeah, it's good.
So here's one that I've heard about, and believe it or not, I haven't seen it. If I did see it, I can't remember. It's been so long ago. But number 19 is Wicker Man.
So
1964.
I think I saw the one with Nicolas Cage, which was horrible, but I've never seen this one. So I've never seen the original, but I don't know. I think it's about a cult or something. I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah.
I like I said, I don't know if it should be in the top 20, but it is.
So here's one I don't even know how to pronounce this. You know, I'll butcher it. Number 18 is it Quadon?
Qui-Gon.
1964. Have you ever seen that one, Josh?
No, I have never. It looks interesting. So
Yeah, the word.
maybe it was real influential, Mike, and so that's why it's so high on the list. But yeah, I have nothing else to say about that one.
Yeah, the title means ghost story, so that's interesting. So 18. So then number 17, another classic, 1922 Nosferatu.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of these ones that are old are just because of they were so influential in movies, going forward at that point. And yeah, this vampire has a very creepy look to me.
He does.
It still holds up today, the look, Mike.
It does. It does. And number 16, The Devil Rides Out. Never seen that one either.
No.
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Me neither.
1968. So yeah, interesting. Then here's another classic. Number 15,
Yes.
The Bride of Frankenstein. It kind
Yeah.
of shocked me that one's in there, and maybe the original Frankenstein's not. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I think
Bride
this
of Frankenstein, 1935.
You get two. Well, my grandfather was born 2 years after that, and he's gonna turn 90. So this movie is pretty old. But yeah, I think it's because it has the two characters, and I think overall it is a better movie than the original Frankenstein. But yeah, so I have seen this, but it's been a while. Oh,
now we're starting to get into ones that I really like here. So American Werewolf in London, number 14.
Excellent.
I remember seeing this going into the movie theater.
Excellent.
And when he turns into that werewolf for the first time, I'm like, wow, back in the day.
It's excellent, Mike.
Makes me want to drink a Dr. Pepper too.
I can't say enough good things about this movie. I cannot wait till we fully review this movie, Mike. It's one of my all-time faves, and it would be in my top 10. So to me, they didn't rank it high enough, in my opinion.
Okay. So this is one I know you haven't seen because of a previous, and I remember this, and it was really creepy. But Rosemary's Baby. I'm starting to see a trend here with some of these cult movies that scare people. So number 13, Rosemary Baby. You've never seen that, right, Josh?
No, I have not. But I look forward to watching it eventually.
Yep. Number 13. So number 12. Wow. The Blair Witch Project, number 12. That's one that we have done.
And it holds
back in the day, scared the crap out of me.
And it still holds up, Mike.
Yep.
In my opinion, if you go into this blind and just watch it, it's really good, and it still holds up. Back in the day, I was in high school when this came out, and all the build up and the hype, and was this real? Was it not? That was a real thing, Mike, and it made this movie even realer for people that went and seen it.
Yep. I saw it at the theater, and I thought it was a real deal, and that was back before spoilers, so you really didn't know what was going on with it. So if you haven't checked out the Blair Witch Project, do yourself a favor, check that movie out.
And then go check our review out of it.
Yeah. It's one of our better videos, I think, if you're review-wise. Number 11, The Shining.
We've done a review on this one too, Mike.
Yeah, we have, and actually, it may, in my opinion, should be a little bit higher, but classic acting by Jack Nicklaus, and
it's excellent.
It's just an excellent movie. And
I've been watching. So I've been watching this for a long time, but I originally watched it on TV for years and years and years because it was on AMC or whatever. And so I really liked it when I was a kid. And it's aged great. It still is epic. And you know what? I don't even mind the sequel, Dr. Sleep. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I tried watching that one, and I had issues downloading it. But
okay.
Number 10 is one that Josh really likes.
I love it.
Hereditary, number 10. I watched it yesterday again. My opinion on it, I think it's not a top 25 movie. Josh thinks differently though, Josh, right?
I think it's top 10, and I think it might be rated exactly perfect, like number
Okay.
10 in top 10. The emotion, the acting is incredible in this movie, especially
Yeah,
by
really good
Tony.
acting.
Toni Collette is incredible in this movie.
Yeah,
Honestly, I
she's a
mean,
great actress.
oh God, she is, and just the story and everything that goes along with this movie. If you have not seen Hereditary, watch it. And you know what? It's one of those movies that really is good because you can watch it on multiple watches, and you see things more and more and more every time you watch it.
So then we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre at number 9.
Okay,
In my opinion, a top 10. Maybe I think it's ranked a little too low.
I'd say it's ranked too high.
Okay. So we
In
got
my
different opinion on Hereditary. Texas Chainsaw Massacre original just scared me to death. I remember seeing it for the first time.
I rented it from Blockbuster, Mike, and probably like 96, 97 when I was getting into horror a lot, and it did scare me. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think it's a top 10 horror movie. I think top 20 maybe. So that'd be about where I'd put it.
Okay.
But I do enjoy it, and I love the character of Leatherface.
And Dawn of the Dead at number 8.
Yeah,
So
this is really good. This is a good one. This just elevated the zombies genre even farther. You know, it like took it a step further, and it's actually really good. Mike, I can't wait to cover this one. Also, Dawn of the Dead. I really like the remake of Dawn of the Dead that Zack Snyder did. I think in 2004, Mike. That's really good too, in my opinion.
Okay. And number 7, kind of a newer movie, but Get Out.
Yeah, incredible.
It's a really good movie.
It's a really good commentary on like social things in our world or in the United States, and I thought it was perfect, and I thought the acting was great in it, Mike.
I did too. Really good movie.
Yeah.
This is one I saw on the list originally. I was like, I guess I need to go back and watch this. I've not seen it. Inside.
No, I've never seen this, but
and it's number 6, and I've never seen it. That blows me away.
2007, Mike?
2007, Josh.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, maybe I've seen it and I forgot, but it seems like if it was rated this high, I would remember what it is.
Yeah. Inside is number 6. I can't really comment on it because I haven't seen it.
We should write that one down. I'm going to write that one down for us to review, Mike.
Yeah, Inside.
Got it.
And number 5 is Halloween. Everybody knows that's, if you've seen this channel before, you know I'm a big Michael Myers Halloween fan.
Yeah.
I would say it's in the top 10.
Yeah.
Definitely, but it's number 5's not a bad score for it.
Do you think 5's too high, Mike?
You're asking the Michael Myers and the fat Michael Myers here.
Because you were like top 10. You think it should be closer to 1?
I'd have to really dive into my top 10. I think it's a top 3. It's not far off with a 5. Other people may not have it in the top 10. I don't know.
I think it's definitely a top 10 for me. It's a slow burn in the beginning, but then it also doesn't make any sense why a couple other movies aren't here if this is here. In my opinion.
I can't wait till we get into after we get it through with these last 5 here to talk about that. But
yeah,
number 4, Don't Look Now. Never seen that one. 1973 again.
Oh, 73? Never seen it.
And it's also got, if I'm not mistaken, who is it? God, who's that main actor right there? He's pretty famous. Donald Sutherland. That's who it is.
Okay.
So that's Donald Sutherland. Don't Look Now, number 4.
I've heard of it, and I heard that it's pretty good. So,
wow. Now here, back in the 90s now. We're jumping in the 90s, but The Ring at number 3.
Yeah, this movie creeped me
It is a creepy
out.
movie. I'm getting cold chills now thinking about it. I remember seeing it back in the theater back in the day.
I remember we have to do this one too, Mike. But I remember the sequel's not as good, but my friend got so freaked out because you remember that's when we actually had tube TVs, Mike.
Yep.
And so, wait, what year is this?
1998.
That came out in 98? Wow, I thought it came out later than that. Is this the Japanese version though, Mike?
Yes, it is. You're right.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
it
gonna say
is. It is this is the Japanese version.
because The Ring didn't come out in the United States, I don't think, till like '02. Because me and my buddy went and seen it.
Yeah, this is not. And I don't know that I've seen. I think I have seen one time the original version,
I've
and
never
it was
seen the original.
yeah. So yeah, this you're right. Good call out on that, Josh. But the American version of it was still really good.
Yeah, very
I
good.
need to go back and watch this too, though.
But I was gonna tell you a story. My buddy got so freaked out because his TV, so he put a sheet over it at night one night.
Oh my! I'm glad you didn't want Poltergeist, right?
Yeah,
Which we haven't seen yet.
yeah, we have.
Huh?
Oh no, you're right.
Not in the top 25.
No,
Number 2, Psycho.
yeah, it's got to be there.
It's a classic. It's a classic. I'd say it's definitely a top 10.
It's like the first slasher, right, Mike?
It's kind of.
Gotta be.
Yep, one of the first slashers. Yeah, Psycho classic. Me and Anthony still watch this probably once every 3 or 4 months. He loves it.
I've heard that it's worth diving into the sequels, Mike. So maybe we'll have to do that maybe we'll have to do a Psycho marathon of like 1, 2, 3 or whatever, and kind of say what we think of them.
All right, so here we go. Number 1, if y'all are ready for this watching, number 1 is load more. Exorcist is number 1.
I think that's a cop out, Mike.
I watched The Exorcist probably a month ago, and it was not near as scary this time as it was many years ago. And it definitely is a slow burn at the very beginning of that movie.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing it as a kid. I was born in 71. This came out in 73. Scared the daylights out of me. I do think overall it holds up the test of time, and we need to do The Exorcist because this is the 50-year anniversary.
Yeah, we do need to do The Exorcist.
We're gonna do that this year.
Well, I think we should do all 3. I think we should do 1, 2, and 3 because I know 2 and 3 are like off the rails, like nuts, Mike, in a bad way. So, like, I think we should just do all of them and then get them all out of the way.
Okay. So, Josh, let's go back real quick.
Okay. You going to bring us up now?
Huh?
You going to bring us 2 up, or are you going to show them?
Yeah, let me take this off unless you want me to go back and find the movies. I can take us off.
No. Let's just say we have the numbers written down. I do.
Yep.
So so we wrote down ones that we thought were criminally underrated or weren't even on this list. I got one that wasn't even on this list that I just recently watched, and I think it's better than some of these are even on here. So, but that one that's not on this list, I think should have been, is the original Child's Play. That movie held up, in my opinion. It was taken very seriously, and it was good, and it had some jumps, no doubt. It was good, and Chucky wasn't just saying a bunch of stupid lines and stuff. It was actually taken seriously, and I think it should have been on this list. And I bet that I know Chucky freaking freaked me out as a kid, big time. So,
and one for me was It.
Right.
Stephen King's It didn't even make the top 101, and I thought even the remake was great. The original It, I mean, the book itself scared the crap out of everybody, but I thought It, Pennywise, I mean, look right behind me. You got 2 of these folks aren't even in this list.
Yep.
Saul definitely is not in the list.
No.
Nightmare on Elm Street's not in the top 25. We can talk about that, but so let's go back. Let's go. You want to go back, Josh? And
I think the one that I have, I'll read like a couple, and then you can comment on them, and then you can read a couple, and then I'll go back to mine.
Okay.
So number 94, they had The Descent, which I think is criminal because that movie was original. I don't know if you've ever seen The Descent, Mike.
I'd have to go back and look and say I probably have. But
these women, they go like cave and they go in a cave and they're like climbing caves and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I do remember.
They come upon these like people that haven't evolved all the way, and they're like they've been in this cave for like thousands of years or whatever, and they've made a life in there, and they kill these people and stuff, and it's crazy. And it's scary, dude. It is scary in my opinion. It's because it's a lot of darkness and you're claustrophobic. You're in the cave. Next one it's criminal, Mike, and I know you got this on your list too. Friday the 13th is number 92. That's criminal.
Friday 13th is definitely a top 25 in my opinion, maybe even a top
Yes.
15.
I mean, just alone of how much influence it had on the genre. Same with Halloween, in my opinion. I thought Friday the 13th is better than the original Halloween, in my opinion, but I liked it better. Well, I liked it better, in my opinion. It had more. It had more for me.
Right.
But I still think Halloween should be rated higher than Friday the 13th, just because it was before. But yeah, number 92. That's criminal. Shame on you, Rolling Stones. In my opinion. Next, I'll do one more that I know you have as well. Number 90's Pet Sematary, which is an underrated movie in my opinion. It
Should have been higher.
It is really good. The acting is questionable sometimes, but I mean, there's scenes that happen in this movie that are just batshit crazy, in my opinion. So it needs to be higher. It's really good, and the story's good. So, Mike, go ahead.
All right, some that were on the list in the top 101 that I thought should have been higher. Josh has already covered a couple of them, but next is Black Christmas came in at 87. Black Christmas was another slasher movie that influenced a lot of horror movies in the 80s slashers time period. Black Christmas came out in the 70s.
It was
came in
actually
at 87.
It precursored Halloween, actually, Mike, too.
Yep. And that was a lot of people said Halloween, Black Christmas, and the similarities of the sorority house and the babysitters and all that was together.
Yeah.
Number 84, Us. I thought Us was a good horror movie, but it came in at 84. I think that should be a little bit higher.
I personally didn't care for Us that much.
Really? I kind of
Nope.
liked it. It really freaked me out when they put them mask on and was coming after people. But and then number 73, Josh, I'm gonna let you say it because I know it's one of your favorites.
This is an atrocity. They put Scream at 73. Are you kidding? This started a horror boom again. Horror was stale in the early to mid 90s, and Scream made it boom again. How can you put it at 73? Give me a break.
Scream, I think, was a great new twist on slashers, bringing slashing back from the 80s. Plus the comedy they added with it, I thought was great.
And the characters and the acting's good. So, like, what the frick?
One of the better franchises, if not the better, like with these multiple movies, it's probably even better in my Halloweens and definitely better than Friday 13th. But yeah, all right, we could do a whole show on that alone. So what else you got, Josh?
I got Nightmare on Elm Street 65. That should be higher.
I had that as well.
Because that was like, because you had the slashers, you had Michael Myers, you had Jason Voorhees, who were slashers, you had other slashers, but you never had a slasher that killed you in your sleep. And it was just a new take on slasher, and it was a really cool story by Wes Craven. And I think that should have been higher, in my opinion. I really enjoy the first one. So another one that I have at 53 that I thought was an excellent horror movie, and it was a different take on a horror movie, and that is It Follows at 53. Very interesting movie about how the entity that is following you is passed like through sex, and then you have to pass it on to someone else. But then when that person dies, it comes back after you. So it's like you gotta it's a crazy premise for a movie, but it works. You gotta
sleep with a lot of people.
It works, Mike. It's a great movie. It's really good.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. I actually had forgotten about that movie, and then you mentioned it earlier, and I went back and looked, and I said, oh, yeah, I've seen that before. So the next two I have that were not in the top 25 that I think should have been a lot higher is number 49, very influential, especially if you go to the beach, is Jaws.
Yeah.
49 for Jaws, to me, I think it's a top 25. The acting is incredible in that movie. We're going to have that one come out this year. We actually cut it, and that's a long story, but Jaws, yeah, that bad file. Jaws 49 is horrible. 48, and we've done this review for this movie, really upsets me, and it could be a top 10, definitely top 15. Silence of the Lambs at 48.
Excellent acting, excellent story, excellent movie. I think it's not enough horror for some people, maybe, Mike. It's more of a thriller, I would say. But it is a horror movie. I mean, there's monsters in this movie. They're just huge.
You know what else didn't make this top 100 list? I just hit me that we've done a review on.
What?
And horror wise genre, it's still considered horror.
What?
Is Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
Sixth Sense is not a top 101 movie. They
I don't
put
think-
Alien
but-
in there.
Yeah, no, but people don't think of it as a horror movie, Mike. I mean, they just don't. The one I have one left at number 42, and that's the Babadook. And that movie was really good, Mike. You
I
need to
have
see
not
it.
seen that, and I got to.
Yes,
I have got to see that movie.
no doubt. Okay,
All right,
guys.
so-
Well, that's what I have. Is that what you have, Mike?
That is what I have. So, do you want to talk about any of the top 25 that you thought should have been moved up higher?
No, I think everything was pretty good. I enjoyed the placement for a lot of them. The ones I haven't seen, of course. I think American Werewolf in London is about right, 14. I think maybe Michael Myers should be moved back a couple pegs. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's decent. And there's a lot that I hadn't seen, so I can't judge those. But I know what is good, and those were way too high, in my opinion.
Right. All right. So tell us what you think. This was the top 101 out of Rolling Stone magazine, and it came out in October of 2022. What's your top 10? What's your top 5 horror movies of all time? And this is a good list to at least go back. I'll put the link in the description of this video so you can go back and click on it and maybe check off the movies you've seen, you haven't seen. But it's a good starting list. At least go back and check out some classic horror movies,
Right.
and maybe some movies you haven't seen.
And also go check us out over at Facebook at Real Dead Horror Community, guys.
That's right. Y'all have a good one. Josh, you have a good one too, man.
Hey, see you guys. Bye.
All right, bye.